How you doing? Good morning. How's it going today? Welcome to the Stock Markets with Bruce channel. It's Uncle Bruce here for Tuesday, May the 4th, 2021. Welcome one, welcome all. Let's make some money today. Got some information on IPOE. I was reading this morning an article that came out the other day about IPOE that I found most interesting. It was talking about how the SEC rules have been adjusted and modified for all SPACs. And it looks like what's been happening for virtually every SPAC out there is they have restated their documentation with the SEC, especially those SPACs that have not yet done a deal at all, and the SPACs, like the ones we're following, that have made a deal to merge, but the merger hasn't happened yet. They've restated their financials and their statements to the SEC and to their shareholders. And basically, in the case of IPOE, the company had to restate their situation with regard to the warrants that are outstanding, like everyone else has. And they're still moving ahead with the merger with SOFI. But the story on SOFI is getting very interesting. The company SOFI, of course, is acquiring a bank to get a bank charter. But the word is that they're waiting now for their filings to be these new filings with IPOE. They're waiting for the SEC to declare them what we call effective. In effect, they've received them and they've acknowledged the new filings and they have approved them in that you are adhering to our new rules. And that means the filing is effective. It's an effective filing. That allows IPOE and SOFI to mail out to all of their shareholders proxies for a shareholder vote to approve the merger, final approval. That should take about 3 weeks or so once the effective classification has been given by the SEC. That will go through, and then about a week after the vote is done, the merger should be completed. So the thinking is third week of May to the first week of June, in that 2-week window, should finish off the IPOE merger. And the talk on the street is that SOFI, the financial results that they're now delivering and the expected results for the balance of this year and into next year with the growth of all of their clientele, they're talking about a stock that IPOE shares merged with SOFI. After the merger, the talk is the shares will be worth somewhere between $20.02 and $27.80 a share just after merger, maybe a month or 2 or 3. And there are vloggers and bloggers saying, buy this IPOE now and pay the price here today, $15.83, and you got yourself somewhere between about a $5 and a $12 upside just on how SOFI is doing now, not its potential. Because remember, SOFI will get its hands on $1.9 billion in new cash upon the merger being concluded. So SOFI will be $1.9 billion cash richer as soon as they list as SOFI. The shares now are estimated to be worth $20 to $27.80 a share as we speak. And so that is the upside that you have immediately on IPOE going forward. Just wanted you to know that today. I liked what I read there. It made sense to me. I like what I've seen. This one analyst that I followed who mentioned this has been talking about this for months. This isn't like the newest, latest news. This is months old, but is being reaffirmed and regurgitated again to kind of, hey, folks, don't forget, they haven't changed. They're making tons of money. They're growing out their earnings before income taxes and depreciation. Their cash flows are surging, and they're going to be getting $1.9 billion in fresh cash. Watch out. I think that the SOFI stock will be very heavily traded after the merger is completed. Very heavily, like 10, 20 million a day, lots of stock traded. And I don't think there'll be enough paper to go around in the first 6 months because most of the insiders of the IPOE and SOFI will be restricted from being able to trade any of their stock. And so a lot of employees will not even be able to take advantage of any price gains if there are any. So that the first 90 days, the first 180 days, the Wild West when it comes to IPOE or SOFI. And that's why I keep encouraging you to try to get some of this now while you have this 3-week or less window available to you. I don't know where the stock will be between now and 3 weeks from now. This morning there was a 1571. That is a super steal compared to like $17 the other day. So 1620. I think you got yourselves $4 to $12 upside just based on valuations. But I think that you might have a double here. You might have like a 32 to 35, 38, $40 price range on the completion and a few weeks thereafter, because the amount of press that SOFI is going to garner is going to be unbelievable. It is just huge. There are millions of members now of SOFI. You may already notice on television, there are ads. SOFI is advertising their online banking services now, have been. This is not an unknown entity, but it's about to become a known company under its own name, trading on the open markets. And I don't think there's enough free trading paper to go around to satisfy the demand for people who will just want to, get in for quick trades. And that means there's an upward bias going to be kicked in on this stock, and I think it's going to be quite substantial. So I like the idea that a number of you who are in here now, you're averaging in a little lower if you can, or you're just trying to scoop it up. Good move. You can pick up 10 shares for $161. They go to $40. You got $400. You pick up 100 shares for $1,600, turn into $4,000. Hey, thank you. Pick up 16 grand, turn into 40,000. Hey, way to go. Pick up 161,000, turns into 400,000. Whoa! So, upside or more. And there have been whisper rumors already. And this is the thing about this stock. Whisper rumors really generate a lot of activity, a lot of day trading activity. And the higher the whisper rumor, the more the activity at the lower levels to get things going. And there are already whisper rumors out there within a year. They're talking $400 a share on IPOE or SOFI. They're talking $400 a share based on the moves they're going to be making and announcing. That's the wild speculation, crazy talk. I just look at it at 16, 18 and go, guys, girls, you can scoop this stuff cheap down here. And in less than a month from now, I think you're going to be really happy. You're going to be up on it, I think, nicely. But how far it'll go in the first 90 days could be really entertaining. And I think you're going to love the entertainment, because if it starts trading in this 20, 25 range and you're already in here at 16, 17 bucks, you're going to be happy as it is, because it's at 20, 25. If it's going to 25, 30, you're happier. The pressure is off, and it's not going back to 16 bucks. It's just not going to happen. So that's the IPOE talk that I'm getting more and more of from more and more different sources. And that's why I constantly remind you of this one. A lot of folks ask me, what's the first one? What is the first stock to get their deal done? And I keep coming back to IPOE as a guess. I thought it would be done already, but the SEC changed their reporting rules. And so it's delayed. But that means everyone is delayed. And so IPOE may well be the very first deal done. But it could be Gores Holdings right after that. It could be VGAC right after, like immediately. We may find in like a 3-week window that 6 of these 7 or 8 SPACs I'm following have all turned into regularly traded companies. When it starts, it goes fast, and we will be extremely busy here trying to keep you posted on what's going on. So hang around, stick around, become a member of the channel so that you'll be on top of news announcements as they come out. I will try to give you the latest news as quick as it breaks. Members of this channel, of course, will be given an advantage over non-members. And again, hang on to your hats, because I think we're going to have some fun here, and it's going to be rather entertaining. These are right now the dog days, I think. Right now we're in the dog days. These are the quietest days that this channel will probably ever have, as we are just waiting out expected news that we're waiting for on GameStop and all the SPACs that I'm following. We have a lot coming up here. And when it breaks, and I won't have as much time to tell you stories like I do now, because we're going to be on top of developing news stories and breaking deals happening all over the place. So hang on, get ready, do what you can, and get yourself set up here. It's going to be, I think, rather exciting. We're going to have some fun.